Alexander Aya's new supernatural thriller Never Let Go borrows a twist from one of M. Night Shyamalan's most infamous films, but updates it for the modern day. Never Let Go continues the recent trend of high-concept horror, a subgenre of horror that involves simple yet captivating premises and storytelling. The drama and dread builds, as it should in any good horror movie, before Never Let Go ends with an explosive climax born from a twist reveal. While many horror movies feature twist endings, one filmmaker has made a career out of providing a pivot that audiences aren't expecting. From the acclaimed iconic thriller The Sixth Sense to the critical flop Lady in the Water, M. Night Shyamalan typically ensures the ending of his movies are never seen coming, and he isn't afraid to mislead the audience to do it. One of his most famous twists was copied for Never Let Go in regard to the evil, although there are some significant differences in its execution. Never Let Go copies The Village's modern setting twist. Both narratives are assumed to occur in a non-contemporary time setting. Bryce Dallas Howard wears a yellow robe and stands in front of a tree, reaching out a hand. Behind her is a spiked monster in a red robe. M. Night Shyamalan's period horror movie The Village was marketed as a creature feature that occurs in a puritanical village from early American history. In reality, it's set in an isolated community within a nature preserve in modern day, built upon the town's elders' desire for safety from the evils of the outside world. The trademark Shyamalan twist is the reveal of the modern setting, which comes when one of the characters, who is blind, leaves the nature preserve to find help and discovers a modern outpost harboring a ranger who oversees the preserve. Never Let Go mimics that plot development with the reveal that the events do not take place in a post-apocalyptic setting in which people have transformed into monsters and a shape-shifting evil stalks the woods. Rather, the action is set in the present day, complete with iPhones and Hormel chili. Like the elders of the village, Mama is behind the family's isolation, which began as a means to protect her children from the outside world and evolved into something darker. It's not an exact copy of the Village twist, but all the major plot notes are there. Never Let Go does the Village's twist better than M. Night Shyamalan. The Village's twist was harder to see coming. The Village received mixed reviews upon its release, although it has aged well with time. While both critics and fans agreed that Shyamalan had built a sufficiently scary premise and executed it well, many were disappointed by the twist ending. As opposed to being an above-average supernatural horror movie, the monsters in the village were revealed to be the elders in costumes, and the anxiety-inducing isolation of an old-world forest was revealed to be no more than a protected nature preserve. The thrills and drama were all manufactured, which is a letdown after April 5 THS of a good spine-chiller. Never Let Go executes the twist much better, mostly because the twist isn't all that shocking. The entire movie is designed to cast doubt over whether the evil is real or a product of Mama's past trauma, so the reveal that they are not actually in a post-apocalyptic world feels like the natural answer to a question, not a twist following a mislead. The sudden appearance of the modern hiker who shatters the image that director Alexandra Aya conjured for most of the movie is a welcome development, not a disappointing invalidation of the preceding events. Never Let Go setting twist has one major difference to The Village. The time periods are vastly different. A woman with a blood-covered mouth snarls in Never Let Go's trailer. The key difference between the two movies is the time period in which they are initially presumed to be set. The star-studded cast of The Village is placed in a town that, judging by the technology, or lack thereof, is set in 19th-century Pennsylvania. The elders of the village decided to leave the modern world and live as if they were in simpler times, largely free of evils like drugs, gang violence, and murder. Never Let Go, on the other hand, appears to be set in the very near future, as Mama still has a Polaroid camera from years ago, and the people from her past that the evil masquerades as are dressed in fairly modern clothing. The audience is meant to think that they are isolated in a forest in the southern half of the United States, judging by the flora, fauna, and lack of snow, in a world that has been taken over by evil forces. While the vast difference in time period is jarring in The Village, Never Let Go's near-future time setting contributes to the strength of its big reveal.